after using Dirac and MultiEQ-X for a while now, which one do I prefer? Let's find out. Hey guys, so as you know, I've been using the Denon 3800H for quite a while now. I had the RZ50 from Onkyo before, and I have a video that you probably watched already comparing the 3800, the 4800, and the RZ50. Now, I had a lot of questions regarding Dirac and MultiEQ-X Pro and the Audyssey app, which is another way of doing it. So I finally decided to make a short video. Now, this is not going to have measurements or anything like that. It's a quick video. The reason I'm doing this is because Black Friday is happening right now, so both of them have sales, and this is a great time to get it. So the MultiEQ-X, which is the PC version of Audyssey, is right now at $150 from $199, which is the usual price. And Dirac is 30% off, depending on what package you are buying, if it's Dirac Live or the limited one or the base or whatever you need. So it's 30% discounts on Black Friday for Dirac. So what have I found like during all this time using both of them? And just to clarify, I had free licenses for both of them. So I was provided a free license by Dirac and one by MultiEQ from Audyssey. So I didn't pay for either. My comments and opinions are all unbiased, of course. It's what I feel after using both of them for a while. So which one do I prefer? Well, to make it short, very short for you, it's Dirac. Now, both of them are really great. And if you want to upgrade, if you have using your Denon or Marantz and you have Audyssey, and you're using just the AVR, at least get the app. The app is like $20 for your Android phone. I'm not sure for Apple. It's just $20, right? At least get that. But if you can spend $150, then get the PC app, the MultiEQ-X Pro, because it's so much better. It gives you so many more features, like being able to add curves, like the Harman curves. It's just so many tweaks that you can fine tune it so much better now than you could before. So if your budget is $150, go for it. Get the MultiEQ-X Pro because you're going to love it. It's way better than what you've been using. You can still use your regular microphone. I did get the calibrated or more expensive microphone for Audyssey. Honestly, I didn't feel like it did much compared to the stock that I have one, the one that came with the unit, with the 3800. I don't know. I didn't feel like it was worth the $80, but it wasn't that much. But yeah, I would probably save the $80 if I had to do it again. But if you can spend whatever amount is, I think it's like $240 something or $50 after tax for Dirac, the live one on the limited edition, I will go for it. And the reason is because I always felt that no matter what I did, I got better results with Dirac. The integration was similar on the base. I felt the base was a little bit better, and it usually ends up with a nicer bass balance with Dirac than it does with the Audyssey or MultiEQ-X Pro. You know, with that one, you can always tend to have to boost it a little bit. And there's ways around it. It also depends on how you measure, like the different measure points that you have for them. I tend to follow the guides that they have because, well, they develop it, right? So they should know. But there's all sorts of concepts on how to measure better. One thing, MultiEQ-X or Audyssey, I'm going to call it Audyssey for now, but because it's easier, but it's the MultiEQ-X Pro app for your PC for controlling Audyssey. It's more automatic, so in that way it's easier, and because you don't have to set up crossovers before starting, you don't have to set up anything. You just or if your speakers are small or large, you don't have to preset any levels or anything. Just pretty much start calibrating. The only thing you do on the app is on the PC app is you can set up the volume, the level for your subwoofers, like whichever amount of subwoofers you have. You can set them manually and then together and see there's a range that it gives you. But for the most part, it's very automatic. Now, at the same time, it's like every time I finish doing a calibration with Audyssey, I have to go and put all my speakers are small and set up my microsoffers at 80, because you always try to put all, I have tower speakers, so I always have to put them like a full size, and then my Atmos speakers will put them like a 60 or 40 hertz, and I want it all at 80. So, it's mostly automatic to start, but then you have to do a little more manual tweaking afterwards. It's fine, but just letting you know. With Dirac, it's a bit more hands-on to start. Like, you have to set up your crossovers, your speakers are small or large, whatever. And then you also have to set the gain, like the floor level, and then make sure which one is your lowest level speaker. In my case, is the center. So you make sure that it's about 20 dBs over your noise level, and then sort of move all the speakers to be pretty similar on level. And then you can start measuring. I don't understand that part, because I don't understand why the AVR just can just calibrate like it does with every other calibration, just set the levels on its own. But, well, they know what they're doing, so I just do it and that's it. And the process itself, Dirac lets you save 3 slots. So on the Denon 38 and 4800, the Dirac calibration is saved on the preset 2, and preset 1 is for Audyssey. So on the preset 2, you will get 3 slots for Dirac, which is great. You can have one with a speaker for movies, whatever you want, or a flatter one. You have 3 options to do. With Audyssey, it's 2. Basically, it's the flat and the standard, or flat or reference. So you can use that as your 2 presets, because you don't really have to leave any of the curves at that point. On the app, you're able to just remove everything from them, like the default reference curve, where those stars a bit lower at the high, it kind of like rolls off and then peaks a little bit higher on the base. You can defeat all that and make it completely flat. That's many reasons I like the new Audyssey option with the MultiEQ-X Pro. And both of them allows you to add curves like the Harmans and whatever curves you want to add, or just add points and manipulate where you want the frequency response to go. Like, you can manipulate the dots and go higher, make the curtains lower. If you don't want it to calibrate your subwoofer, say from 20 hertz down, then just put the curtain there. So there's many options both of them have. But the reason I prefer Dirac is because I always feel like the soundstage is more coherent, like smooth. Like take, for example, I was listening to several demos, like the Atmos version of Gravity. And when Sandra Bullock is at the beginning, when she's kind of like getting lost, detached from the spacecraft thing, and she's flying around and she's talking and requesting help. Well, she's rotating from the back. I can hear her talking from the back of my head, going around to the left side. So as she goes around towards the center, with the Audyssey calibration, no matter how many times I tried it on different positioning of the mics, at this point, when it's closing into the center, the voice kind of like breaks, like it just doesn't quite go smoothly all the way to the center. Something just takes you out a tiny bit, right? With Dirac, it's just brilliantly smooth. Like, it goes all the way from the back, comes around the left, keeps going, and it's always very present, very defined, all the way until it reaches the center speaker. So there's no break during that transition around. And that's not the only example, but that's one I remember because I tried it many times, because I used to keep checking over and over. So things like that are the ones that I always feel like object spanning seems to be a more defined point in space with Dirac than with Audyssey. Audyssey is still great. Get me wrong, I'm just giving you the points of what I have heard after testing them for a while. So if it was my money, I will put it on Dirac and call it a day. And this is the time to do it. But it's like gonna cost you over $100 more or so. So if you have $150, that's your budget, go there, get the MultiEQ-X Pro, and you'll be very happy as well, because it's still way better than the app, and the app is already a step above what the AVR can do on its own, right? So that's just my recommendation. I figured that I could do a quick video just to give you my impressions, since a lot of people have been asking me about it in different social media platforms. And well, today's the day to do it because I don't have a lot of time to actually do a whole measurements and things. And I don't want you guys to miss on the Black Friday sales and then find out which one I like, or it doesn't mean that what I like you're gonna like, right? But well, you wanted my opinion, so here it is. For my money, I will get the Dirac. But again, if you have 150, that's your budget. Don't sweat it. Don't even have second thoughts about it. Go get the MultiEQ-X Pro because it's totally worth the money. And if you don't have that and all you've been using is the AVR only, get $20 and get the Android app because it will still be a big jump from just doing the AVR. So, thank you for watching.